The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome to Special Talk. I'm Kevin Avard, a guest host with our host, Mr. Scott McCullough.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about Pelham Old Home Day.
Yes.
So what's going on?
Pelham Old Homes Day is about a thing that benefits Special Olympics National Special Olympics. It benefits National Special Olympics for equipment, for like hotel equipment and everything else, and it's money. It goes back to National Special Olympics, where if people want to donate, they can go to, if they have me on their friends list, they can go to, well, they can go to my Facebook.
Now, your friends list meaning your Facebook page?
Yes.
Right, okay.
My Facebook page, they can go to www.active.com and search Pelham, or search 5K, Pelham Old Homes Day 5K Road Race. And where it says fundraiser, you want to enter Scott McCullough, and it should come right up on my page.
Scott, tell us a little bit about Special Olympics. Who's going to participate in?
A lot of athletes.
Okay.
It goes from Nashua, Litchfield, Hudson, Brookline, and so on.
Right. So all around the southern New Hampshire,
Yes.
or around the whole state?
Around the whole state, pretty much.
The whole state, okay. How many participants do you know that join?
My friend Benjamin Damaris is doing it. My friend Vanessa.
Is there a number like 100, 200?
There's going to be a lot of runners this year.
Okay. Now, we recently, actually during the wintertime, we had the Penguin Plunge, and a
Yes.
lot of people showed up for that. And you had a lot of sponsors for that.
Yes.
And Dunkin' Donuts was definitely one of them, from what I
Yes.
understand. Will you be having that this year?
I don't know if we're having Dunkin', as I know Subway.
No,
is
what
gonna
I'm
be a
talking about
slot.
is the Penguin Plunge. Will that be going on this year?
Yes, February 1st.
Okay, now this is going to be a 5K road race, and it'll
Yes.
be in Pelham. How did you pick Pelham?
I guess they do it every year in
Okay.
Pelham. I feel like saying, I'd like to have a road race in Nashville, but we don't have the equipment and all that good stuff.
Now, where in Pelham will that be?
It's going to be Pelham Common in the intersection of Main Street and Windham Road.
Okay.
The
And
First Church,
yes, okay.
if they're familiar with Route 111, I believe.
Right. There's that church right on your left
Yes.
as you're heading towards Wyndham.
Yep.
Okay.
If they go, there's two ways to get to Pelham, New Hampshire. They can go 111 and cut down that road, and they can get it in there that way. Or you can go straight out 111 and keep going until you hit the thing that says Wyndham and Pelham.
Right.
You can turn there. There's two ways to get there.
Now, did you get this organized, or are you just part of it? How did this
I'm
happen?
part of it because Norman Damaris, and Coach Colleen, and if anybody would like to do it, if anybody would like to mail donations, they can mail donations to.
Right, but they're the ones who've got this thing going.
Oh yes.
Right. And anybody can join. Anybody
Yes.
can run. Now, is your lovely other half going to be running?
Yes, my girlfriend's walking it.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Yes, and she's walking it. Oh, you're
Yes.
going to run, but she's going to walk.
Yeah.
All right.
2.5 for walkers, 3.1 for runners.
Now, have you been practicing?
I've been biking all over Nashua.
Is this going to be a bike run or a run?
Run.
Okay, yeah, and you've been using your bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. People should bring waters. Will there be water
Yes,
there?
water.
Hydrate.
Subway is going to be a local sponsor. The one in Pelham, I believe,
Nice.
is going to make the sandwiches. Hopefully I get my sub that I want. One of my coaches said, why do you want to put in a special order? If you put in a special order for your sub, everybody will want your meatball sub too.
And then they'll run out. Oh, it's a meatball sub.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody goes, oh, why is he getting special treatment? I've already asked my coach.
What is the date for this, by the way?
September 13th.
September 13th, which is tomorrow.
This coming Saturday.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. And, well, that's fantastic. Well, hopefully this will air in time, but
I hope so.
I hope there's going to be a
because-
big turnout. Have they been advertising it locally in Pelham?
Yeah, they've been, I think they have a public access channel too, but
Yeah.
I think Access Nashville is better.
Yeah, it's a good.
We got better studios. Come on down. If you've never been to Access Nashville, like they said, like Steve and Dan say, the door is always open for you guys to come down, check out the local studio, do your own show. Believe me, I've done several shows. This is episode. Oh God, I don't
you're
know how
asking
many
me, I don't know.
episodes.
You got a lot of information on that paper. Who are
Yes.
some of the sponsors that are sponsoring this? You have Subway.
It is Chunky's something bank
Uh-huh.
and Enterprise Bank, Chunky's
Enterprise Rent-A-Car or Enterprise?
Enterprise Bank
Enterprise
or
Bank.
something bank.
Okay, Enterprise Bank, located on Main Street?
Yes.
Okay,
The one in Pelham is actually going to be, I guess, helping us out.
nice.
Chunky's and Yankee Time Company.
Yankee Time Company.
Yes.
Okay,
They're out of Nashua, actually.
all right. Now, do you go to these places and ask them to sponsor you?
Oh, because I hopefully maybe if I go to door, ask these businesses, hey, could you scan this? Tell me if you could help me out as anything.
Yeah, okay. Now, when the monies are generated, do they go to buy equipment? Do they go to
Oh,
buy?
yes. Buy equipment, get our tracks that we need, our basketball uniforms.
Okay. Now, when you say your tracks, what do you mean by the tracks?
Like like Penachuk sometimes.
Running around the track?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that helps.
It will get us.
Does that rent the
Yes.
facility? I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
It will get us equipment.
That's where they do a lot of things right now. Kylie, my stepdaughter, she has field hockey out there with Kiki, and they're way in the back part. And then of course you see some of the other kids doing their track. That's actually a very nice track. And right in
yes.
between, they have a lot of their the soccer scrimmages, a lot of soccer games going on.
And I'd like to
Very active.
I'd like to thank my boss for doing this year.
Who's your boss?
Antonio Cordell is doing it this year.
Oh, great.
He
Running?
said he's going to run
Oh, really?
3.1 miles. He said he's going to do it.
Oh, that's quite a feat. Now, has he done it before?
First time.
Yeah. Now, what type of businesses do you work at?
Holiday Inn in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Okay, great. That's off of exit 4.
4.
Right? And he's the president,
He's the boss.
the boss.
And it's amazing what they've done, what they're doing to our hotel. It's amazing. They're remodeling the whole thing.
Right. Well, they'll get it done right, I'm
And
sure.
hopefully people will come out to this run and check it out because it's amazing. And we got local companies that are gonna. I love it because I'm going. That's so cool. A Subway to my local program coordinator is gonna call the subs in.
Yep.
And they make them the night before, and they're already made for Saturday morning.
Are they expecting any type of turnout? Do you know what
I
the
think a
numbers?
lot of turnout.
Sure.
I think the turnout was going to be amazing.
Right. You got a number of people that?
I don't know how many numbers.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun to see. Who's going to be officiating the start?
Dodie Mitchell.
Dodie Mitchell.
Yes.
Yeah, from Pelham or from Nashua?
Nashua.
Okay.
She's the basketball coach
Okay. For what?
for Special Olympics. She decided she didn't want to. She said, "I'm tired. I don't want to be local program coordinator. Let somebody else do it." And
Right. It must be a lot of work to do
yeah,
that.
because you got medical forms of the yin yang that you got to worry about.
Yeah. And well, we appreciate. There's a lot of people that volunteer in the state, and I'm sorry, in Nashua and the surrounding areas. There are a lot of people get involved, and this is just one of them, which is it's a
If
great
people
program.
want to volunteer for Nashua, we're always looking for volunteers.
Yep.
They can go to www.nashuaspecialolympics.org. The information will be right below your screen. Right below, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful. Hey, how long have you been doing the show, by the way, Special Talk?
I think I'm coming up on 4 years.
Wow. How many shows do you think you have? About 100?
Almost. I want to try to get local. Want to try to get more sponsorship.
Right. Well, so that you can promote Special Olympics.
I heard we're gonna
you
get.
must be encouraging a lot of people
Yes.
to get involved.
I hope so.
Yeah. Are you getting any feedback from people that
Some
say,
people-
thank you, Scott, for, and Jennifer also, she co-hosts with your
Yes.
show as well. She's a big cheerleader for you.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But now you're also on talk radio as well, aren't you? On the
Yep,
George
I just-
Russell Show, WMUR,
Yes,
right?
I just WSMN.
Oh,
I just did.
SMN, sorry.
I just did a radio. I just went on radio with them. They're talking about the Pelham 5K. He says, "Tell me all about it." I said, "It's several runners. We do a 5K. It benefits Special Olympics Special Olympics in Nashua." And he says, "Oh," I said, he goes, "I'll try to promote it
Right.
no matter what." I
Nice.
talked to him yesterday. He said he promoted it. He's going to promote it. I think his show was on today. I think he promoted it again. That might be a good way to get runners to.
Yeah, and, well, no, you're going to benefit from the run. You're going to get a little healthy. You're going to be helping out a cause and provide some funds for the Special Olympics. And you know, money's tight these days, and
Yeah.
if you can come out and help, that's a great way to support people, local athletes, and get people involved in their community. Right?
Yes, and I actually part of the Together group. They have a self-advocacy group that I'm part of.
What's that?
Self-advocacy, standing up for your right,
Yeah.
learning how to say no. I'm getting tired, and they'll tell people if you feel like you're getting taken advantage of, say no.
You find that happens a lot, Scott?
Yeah, people with disabilities, they just had they have us going to the Merrimack PD on next Monday. I'm going to ask an officer, how do you deal with somebody if, for example, you get stopped, for the person with disability gets stopped, how would you treat them if they're like drowsy and
people would assume that you're drunk or
Yeah, and that's what
high or
we're-
something like that. Do you find that are there a lot of complaints that way?
yeah, I got stopped.
They
I
misinterpret
guess,
how you are. Okay.
I got stopped by a National PD one time. He said a couple of people thought you were dehydrated, didn't know where the heck you were. Are you all right? I said, yes, officer, I'm fine. He said, where are you coming from? I said, I'm coming from. He goes, wait a minute, you're the one I'm looking for.
Uh-oh.
I guess
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I guess they had somebody call in and say that somebody looked dehydrated and they're walking in the street. I said, I'm fine, officer, I'm fine.
Well, they are looking out for you. On one respect, they have a duty to protect, and if somebody's driving erratically, obviously, or there's a problem, they have that responsibility. And we got to give them a little leeway. But at the same time, not everybody's drunk. It might be, obviously special needs, right? And
Yes,
so
they actually have.
there must be some type of counseling for the police officers as far as.
I think they said there was a thing on YouTube training training police officers on disabilities.
Yeah.
We can't find it.
Well, obviously you've talked to them about it, correct?
I haven't told the officers. I said we can't. I'm going to tell them on that Monday. I'll say we can't find the video. Where
Right.
is it on YouTube?
So that's something definitely that should be brought up to them. I'm sure, though, that you understand there's a dilemma, because if somebody is driving erratically or gets distracted, whether you're on your cell phone or you're dehydrated, they have a responsibility to question.
Oh,
it's
yes.
just protecting your civil rights in the process and having the understanding that, just because your speech isn't the best, if you will, sometimes it's hard, right? Supposing
yes.
supposing you're deaf, and and you're driving. That can be difficult for an officer who didn't learn how to communicate.
Oh, yes.
You know, hi.
So we actually have an officer running the Pelham 5K this year. Every year he goes, "Oh, not you again, Scott."
Well,
I said, hopefully this year we'll have some more camera angles because we're going to get Chris Mondolfi. He's going to, I hope, show up again.
yeah. He's put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
He does a lot of work.
We're trying to find local sponsors. We're trying to just finish up maybe doing a commercial for Lita. Hopefully going to do a commercial for you to get you somehow way of getting people on board of Special Talk that want to be a sponsor.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, and that's, you know, it's a good cause. It's obviously going to be helping people. You know, the community here in Nashua is fantastic. There are a
Yes.
lot of people, and you just need to reach out, obviously. And so part of reaching out is this 3K or 5K?
5K.
5K, which is 3.1 miles
for runners.
for the runners.
For walkers, 2.5, and I think it's going to be a good cause.
Great.
I'm actually going to get up early. I can't sleep. I'm like, is it 5:30 yet? Keep looking at my clock, going 5:30, nah.
Yeah.
Go back to bed.
Rest it up because it's going to be it'll be a fun day. But you have Enterprise Bank, you have Subway, you have who else? The Yankee Time
Chunkies.
and Chunky's Theater.
Yes.
And they're all sponsors. And if you want to become a sponsor, we know how to get in touch with you.
They can call the studio 603-589-3141. Ask them. They can get in. They can tell you how to get in touch with me, and I can tell you how you can do this 5K. It's not too late to register. They can go to www.active.com, www.active, that's one word,
What are you pointing at?
.com.
There's nothing there.
And the thing will show up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be little strolling things on the screen below.
So is it going to be cold tomorrow?
68 degrees.
That's good running weather.
Oh, yes.
Is it going to be dry? Will it be raining?
I hope.
I hope so too. All right. So again, the time is
8:30.
8:30, and it's going to be at that First Church in Pelham, right off of 111, and
Yes.
it's basically on your left as you're heading out towards the Wyndham area. Correct.
They can't miss it if they
as you're heading
go
west.
If they go
I'm sorry,
on
east.
to Pelham Old Homes Day or Google Pelham directions, it should tell them how to get there right from Nashua.
I'm sure there'll be banners and all kinds of things if
yes.
you're heading out that way. So, any closing thoughts?
Hopefully people will come out to the Pelham Old Homes Day 5K. Please, we could use anybody that wants to make a donation. They can go to www.active.com and search 5K road race and look for the thing that says fundraiser and enter Scott McCullough, and that will go right to my fundraising page. I greatly appreciate any donations you guys can make. Or if you guys want to come out, it's at the intersection. It's in Pelham, New Hampshire, at the common intersection of Main Street and Windham Road, in front of the First something church. And this will go through neighborhoods.
Now, will you sign shirts if people have shirts? And
If they want me to.
because you're a star here, you know, this is your show. You got a TV show. You're a personality, a good personality.
Yes, like they say, like they have a lot of people that said you can put your mind to anything.
Yeah.
They just had a kid with special needs that's owning his own restaurant.
Really? So you got to be an encouragement. That's an encouragement. Has he been on your show?
No, I wish I could get in touch with him if I could figure out who. I know he's on. Next time I go to my Together group, I got to tell my friend Shauna, can you get that kid's name? I want to get in touch with him and say, I want you on Special Talk to talk about your
Business.
owning a restaurant, because I'm amazed. He says, hey, you're doing a good job. This kid is amazing. He's a disability.
Well, and I think that's encouraging for a lot of people. Both, you know, Some people say, well, I can't do it. Well, you can do it. You just got to put your mind
Yeah.
to it, right? So, well, we're going to close out the show, and thank you for letting me guest host today.
You're welcome.
All right. So, thank you for watching Special Talk with Mr. Scott McCullough. And I'm Kevin Avard, your co-host. Until next time, thanks for watching.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.